Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Nibosi NI2395. Let's start out with the wrist check. I'm wearing a Skimmy 1370, and Grogo is wearing my Fossil BQ 2465. I took Grogo to the dentist because he was complaining that his teeth hurt. The dentist said he had a lot of cavities in one of his back teeth. It was one holy molar. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. Comes in this box. Comes with the unsigned warranty card, the instructions. I got some extra links. I had to remove 2. Cleaning cloth, and here it is. Oh, also came with a sizing tool. So, here's the watch. It looks a little bit different than the picture in the ad, huh? This watch is $48, but there's a pretty consistent $10 coupon, so you should be paying about $40 after taxes. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but just like words, pictures can lie. Modern technology makes the lies even easier, and unfortunately the ad for this Nibosi is telling a few whoppers. The still pictures in the ads are clearly showing a higher quality watch with the Nibosi name photoshopped on the dial. The bracelet and end links are clearly different. You can see an oyster-style clasp in one of the pictures, and this one has a butterfly. The bezels are clearly different also. However, if you look at the video of the ad, then you can see the actual watch. Then a short little review from another YouTuber. Then there is the case material. They claim stainless steel, but the case is shiny everywhere, which is a pretty good indication of chrome plating. Then it says Japan movement on the dial, but the movement has no markings, and it is all over the place on the time grapher. The watch is 39.8 millimeters at the bezel, 47.3 millimeters lug to lug with inverted end links. It is 13.7 millimeters thick if you don't measure the Cyclops. Has a 20 millimeter lug width and weighs 139 grams on the supplied bracelet with 2 links removed. The unidirectional bezel is 60 clicks with solid clicks, but they feel kind of mushy. And there's a ton of back play. Really sloppy bezel. Plus there's a little wobble here, and you can move it back and forth this way. This bezel is not very good. And it doesn't line up very well either. You either have to kind of move it to the link before and then just kind of push it to the home position, or you go one too far and then it's too far to the left. And as you can see, it doesn't line up with the 9 o'clock very well either. The bezel insert, I assume, is aluminum. It's obviously not ceramic. So I don't know if these really budget watches use aluminum on the inserts or not. I guess there's no way to really tell. The sunburst dial has the Nibosi name printed on top with 1985. I guess that's when Nibosi must have started. Then it says automatic water resistance and 100 meters of water resistance. I don't really know if you could have 100 meters of water resistance or not. I don't have the equipment to test that, so I guess I'll just have to take their word for it. I don't know if I would take this in the swimming pool or not. But you should be okay washing your hands at least. Has applied lume indices, and the indices don't seem to be aligned that well. Look at that 9 o'clock. It doesn't even look straight. It has lumed hands, your basic sub-style hands, the Mercedes hour hand, pencil minute hand, and then a lollipop second hand. Then you have a date at the 3 o'clock with no border, and then you have a Cyclops. As you can see, the Cyclops is seriously misaligned. Plus, it doesn't magnify much. If you look at the date before magnification, then after, it's pretty much maybe a 0.5 at the best. I wish they would just leave the Cyclops off if they're not going to put a decent one on. It says Japan movement on the bottom. And nothing on the movement gives the make or model number, which is kind of odd. If it was a Japanese movement, you would think it would have make and model number. Has a push-pull unsigned crown. Action is kind of loose. And you have to be careful pushing it in so the minute hand doesn't jump. See, in that case it jumped a little. You just have to be really careful. See, that time I did it without it jumping. So sometimes it takes a couple tries to set the minute hand correctly. Has a mineral glass crystal. And the case, it says stainless steel, but look at this. It's shiny everywhere. So that's a pretty good tell that it's chrome plated and not stainless steel. I'm not going to do a scratch test on it because it's pretty obvious. It has a screw down coin edge case back. It's a display case back, but look at that. The display is tinted. A sepia color. Why would they tint the display case back? It doesn't make any sense. What is the point? You want to keep the UV light off of it from your wrist? I don't know. Then it says stainless steel, gives the model number. And then it says 10 ATM water resistance. Once again, take that with a grain of salt. It just doesn't seem well built enough for 100 meters of water resistance. Doesn't have a screw down crown either. Underneath the case back is a movement with no markings. The dial says Japan, but I have my doubts. The rotor is unidirectional, which would imply Miyota. But why would they replace the stock rotor with a sterile rotor? It just doesn't add up. Here it is on the time grapher. As you can see, the watch is running pretty fast, and it's not running very consistent. 20, 16, 18, 18. I've seen it at 8. Plus, look at that beat error. So you're basically seeing 2 lines on the screen because of the beat error. The amplitude isn't bad, but I don't know. See, look at it. It's really changing directions. Now it's only at +7. So position of the second hand seems to really matter. So I don't know. This doesn't seem to be a very solid movement. Has an oyster style bracelet with solid inverted end links. These are 20 millimeter links because this is a 20 millimeter leg width, even though the ad says 22. Also, the picture in the ad shows protruding end links. Plus, the picture in the ad shows brushed everywhere, where this has polished center links. So it's clearly not the same watch in the ad. It has push pin adjusters, which I'm fine with. Sometimes screw pin can be more difficult than push pin. Then it has a butterfly clasp. I don't know why they put a butterfly clasp on a dive style watch, but there are no half links or micro adjust. So right now I'm wearing the watch just a hair tight. I wish I could loosen up just a little bit, but if I put a link back in, it'll be too loose. Here's the watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. It wears all right. I mean, the bracelet is comfortable. Once again, though, it's just a hair too tight. I wish I could loosen up a little bit, but I don't want to put a link back in. It'll just make it too loose. Here we are in the Lume room. The ad claims great Lume, but we shall see. As we speed up the time, the Lume pip and indices are doing surprisingly well considering the price. But look at those hands. They fade almost immediately. You can't tell time with indices but no hands, so this Lume is a fail. What do I like about this watch? Well, I kind of like the sunburst dial. Seems pretty good. And I like the fact that it has inverted end links, which makes it fit better on smaller wrists. Other than that, there's really not that much good to say about this watch. What are my gripes and groans? Misaligned cyclops, misaligned bezel. The horrible hand loom fades almost immediately. The movement is all over the place. Butterfly clasp with no half links. Tinted display case back. And quite a few falsehoods in the ad. Do I recommend this watch? No. The only thing this watch is going for it is the price. It's not awful considering the price, but I just wish they would be a bit more honest in their advertising. I have not enjoyed my time with this watch and will be glad to be rid of it now that I'm done. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Nibosi NI2395, and I will be back with another review. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel. Bye.